Are you building a brand? There might be some things that you regret either now or in the future. I'll tell you, I regretted a few things through my journey, and I make damn sure that that doesn't happen again. In this video, I want to show you 3 things that I regret, and maybe it'll help you in your brand development so you do not regret it. Check it out. Regret sucks, right? I mean, everybody who runs into the world of regret is going down a rabbit hole they'll never be able to get out of. The only thing is you can learn from it and never make that mistake ever again. So then it becomes a lesson, and that lesson gets you much further than you would be able to get otherwise. There are 3 things that I regret when building my brand. Number 1, the number 1 thing, hands down, that I regret is I didn't start soon enough. 33 years old, I've been an entrepreneur for 10 years, going on 11, and I should have started sooner, whether it's either starting a business or I should have started sooner in all of the things that I found out what worked, whether it's writing a book, whether it's putting myself on camera, whether it's starting to use social media more. I should have started sooner. I regret it to this day that I didn't put a book out there years ago, many years ago. Nowadays, my plan is to put one out every 6 months. Why is that? Because now I know my strengths. I know what I can do. I don't play in games that I know I can't win in. I only play games that I know I can win. The game that I can win in against anyone I know is I can be more resourceful and I can constantly work. If I can be more resourceful and I can never, run into a situation and give up, and I can just keep rolling and keep going, and I know I can do it, then I'm gonna play that game. I should have started writing years ago. It kills me inside that I didn't put one out in 2008 when I first started a book. If I would have done that, I would have gotten speaking gigs. I would have got attention. I would have got credibility earlier on to give my other startups a chance, just to give them a little bit of attention, just to get that business off the ground slightly. But those businesses failed. I didn't get the business any attention. Maybe they were bad ideas. Maybe they were good ideas. We don't know. But I didn't do everything I could. And it haunts me to this day. So I make sure in these businesses that I am a part of now in my main business, which is Dream Starters, which helps entrepreneurs write books. I make sure that I stick to my strengths. I play the game according to my strengths, which obviously is resourcefulness and outworking competition, and then hiring people who are able to strengthen my weaknesses. And I don't work on my weaknesses per se. I hire people who are great at my weaknesses. And that is the ultimate regret. I used to try to be everything to everyone, trying to strengthen all my weaknesses myself. And as a solo entrepreneur, you're going to learn early on that doesn't really work too well. Number 1, get started sooner than later. If you do not get started right away, whether it's doing things that you know will work or whether you're not sure if it's going to work or not, get started. Put your book out there. This is my second book. This was my first book. I should have put this one out there a year or 2 earlier. I should have put this one out 6 months earlier. And that regret haunts me. And I think if you're able to take anything from this video is whatever you're thinking about getting started with, get started today, all right? Try things that maybe you're afraid are going to be a major catastrophe in front of your friends and family. Because it's going to happen, all right? You're not going to look great early on. You're just not. You just don't have the equipment or the skills, or you just get better and better and better as time goes on. And I think if people can get over that one little hump and just get in the groove of keep putting out content, putting out books, putting out materials, trying new things with their brand, their product, their service, talking to new clients, potential clients, finding leads, where to find leads, where to spend money on advertising, when not to spend money on advertising. I'm not a big fan of spending money on advertising, especially for the first 3, 4, 5 years. Just not a big fan. But you find out all that stuff. And I tell people all the time, fail often, fail early, fail inexpensively. You'll be able to find out, where you should spend your time down the road. But if you just get started today, you won't have that feeling of regret like I did. And a lot of other people do. So get away from that feeling of regret. Get started right here, right now. Number 2, I stuck with things that were failing horses. They were failing ideas for way too long. Regret number 2 is I stayed with things that I knew were not working for too long. You can relay this to relationships. You can relay this to a job. You can relay this to things that you're a career path. But I'm relaying this right now to relating this to just the business or the strategies of marketing, the strategies of meeting people, the strategies of growing a business, hiring people. I tried things that just didn't work for far too long, and that cost me time, that cost me money. So even though I was in the process doing it, they were losing bets, and I kept trying to put money and time, energy into it to try to bring it to life. And I should have known right away that stupid ideas like putting TV advertisements. I had TV advertisements on TBS for 30 days at a time. It was all around the Pittsburgh area, and I spent like $2,000 trying to make it work. And it didn't work, and I tried it even again, and it didn't work. Nothing. We didn't have a call to action. We didn't have any explanation. We were just doing things because we wanted to. And I wanted my dog on TV. So that was cool. I mean, we were watching Conan one night, and the TV commercial came on right afterwards. Of course, it was only in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. It wasn't across the world because that would have cost millions. But we were in 15 different zip codes, which was really cool. But it didn't progress the idea of the business, or didn't get anywhere. And I was trying these things, and this is just one example. In the years and years ago, I was putting money into Facebook ads. What a waste of time and money that was, because I wasn't putting enough, and I wasn't doing it the right way. So yeah, it could work out. It's just that for the resources that I had, it was wasting money. Maybe we were just shooting from the hip and trying things, but I tried it for too long. And you should know right away if it's working or not working right away. So whatever you're gonna do, try it, but do it inexpensively. And if it's not working, try something else. Don't be like me, and I regret it. I still regret it. Trying things for too long that just were not clicking. TV advertisements, going to certain events that our target market were not at, figuring that we could just find a way in and win over a crowd with an idea and charisma. It doesn't work that way. And the third thing is I wanted to be too big of an entrepreneur too early on. I was a nobody. Nobody cared. The business was not a great business. I was focusing more on the image of an entrepreneur than actually the business and solving problems of an entrepreneur. And one of the things I did was hire the best attorneys. Do you know what that does to a business when you don't know who you are, what you're going to do in the future, where you're going, what problem you're going to solve, you're not making money, and you hire the best attorneys? You are wasting your money. You're completely wasting your money, your time, everything. Because if you put your money and time into things that don't grow, I'm a big believer in not putting it into advertising and stupid shit. I put into people now, but I put it into the right people. That's not just here, take care of this and I'll see you later, I'll never see you again. It's you invest in people who are you value. And I realized that when I was building my brand, I was putting too much money into things that did not matter at that time. I tried to become too big too fast. When you do that, you forget all the building blocks, the foundational pieces that make your business grow. Word of mouth, you're only looking for the big sale rather than the little sales. And the little sales are what, are like the pebbles that kind of keep it all together, the dust that packs it all together. So you gotta not just worry about the big stuff, the big image. You gotta worry about getting a foundation set, getting the right clients, getting them to know the right things, the right words, the right colors, the right pictures. And if you try to move too fast too soon, you try to become too big and only are obsessed with the idea of being a successful millionaire entrepreneur, like a lot of these assholes that you see on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, you're gonna miss out on the good stuff, the relationships that you build along the way. And so those are the three things: not starting soon enough, staying with things that are failing ideas for too long, and trying to become too big too fast, and not worrying about the little details, because the little details, that's where the magic's at. Stick with those three things. Remember that when you're building your own brand, and I promise you, you're gonna thank me later down the road. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. My name is Mike Fallat. I help entrepreneurs write books and show them how to use it as a marketing tool, and I started from zero.